Hi everybody, hope you're having a great weekend. Today is Sunday and it is coming up on Memorial Day weekend next weekend, and I will be camping in Waynesville, North Carolina. And I have heard and seen online that Annabella's shop is in Waynesville, North Carolina. So I'm going to try to visit there next weekend while I'm camping. I will be in the area from Friday until Monday. I'm not sure if they're open, but I will check into that. And if they will allow me, I will get some pictures or video for you to share. So show you what the store is like. And I will also be back there again in July. So my name's Doreen. This is Privies and Prims. My channel is about cross stitch and punch needle mostly. And sometimes I do a little bit of wool applique and other things, but mostly right now it's punch needle and cross stitch, focusing on cross stitch because that's my current addiction. So welcome to everyone that's new, and welcome back to those that have been with me for a while, and I do appreciate every single one of you. First thing I want to talk about is the summer camp that Colorado Stitcher is doing. I think, or Colorado Cross Stitcher, I'll put the name down here. And I will link to the video that talks about her summer camp. I will link that in my description box. So I am new to cross stitch as of Christmas, and after like 30 or 40 years. So I've heard about the summer camp and I looked it up, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So each month for June, July, and August, there will be a different challenge and a hashtag to use on Instagram when you do it. So for June, it is to do something with birds on it. So I have chosen, this is one that I've already got kitted up except for the fabric. And this is the one I'm going to do for June because it has the crows on it, which are the birds. So that will be my June challenge. And this is by Country Spirits Collection Homespun Elegance, and it's called Liberty Parade. And as I said in one of my last, I think it's my most recent floss tube, this is in one of the issues of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I'm just not sure which one. So you'll have to look through your old issues if you have those. So I just turned a light on. Let me show that again. And there you can see it a little better. Okay, so that will be my June project. And then for July, I believe it is something that grows. And I hope I have these in the right order. One of the months, I know the first one for June is birds. And then one is something that grows. And then the third one is, or maybe the second, I'm not sure about that, but it is something that you haven't tried before. Something new to you. So for something that grows, I'm going to do this pattern. This is by Lori Rippey, and it's called Pumpkins for Sale. You can see that good. So the pumpkins grow and the tree grows. So I will get a head start on my fall. This is 2015 Homespun Prims by Lori. So that will be for the challenge for something that grows. For the one of try something new, I haven't decided on that one yet. I'd like to do a drum. I haven't done a drum yet, but I'm gonna be shopping for a pattern for that before that time for that challenge comes. So I will show you my WIP. I have one, and it is by the Humble Stitcher on Etsy, and this is my progress. So I posted on Instagram last night what I had done, and thankfully somebody noticed that I had left the D off. And I think I had the E, F, and maybe the G stitched. I'm not sure. And, you know, I was going across like doing the blue, the brown, the brown. So I had like the same amount of distance on the bottom row as the top. But thankfully somebody noticed that and commented and pointed out to me that I had forgot the D. So I had to this morning do a little bit of frogging and then go back and re-stitch the letters that I had taken out. So this is how far I've gotten today. This is walnut stained prairie cloth, and it was gifted to me, and people have asked me about it. It is, the person that gave it to me said she's had it for like 20 years and she doesn't know where she got it. So the color change on this, let me show you the pattern. It's a really dark picture. There's the pattern. One Nation Evermore. There's her Etsy information. And it says, one flag, one land, one heart, one hand, one nation evermore. So there's the pattern. I love the colors in this one. So speaking of colors, I did change the color. The turquoise that's in that doesn't look really bright, but this is the color of the turquoise. My light is coming from the sides. Let me check, see if I can get this better for you. No. Anyway, that is 3809, and it's really bright, and it was a little too bright for my taste. So I changed it, and I am using 3768, and that's the color that I'm using in this. The other change that I made, and I know that this is, I'm using a different fabric than what it calls for, and the brown, I don't know if you can see there, this border line. Do you see the light tan there? That is supposed to be what the letters in brown are. And I know that they just didn't show up good. So I swapped it and used the darker brown. And then the part that is for the lines that you see going across here and here, I will do those in the light brown and then leave the dark brown on the letters. So those are the changes that I made. To make it so that you could see it. Also, I started it, I don't know if you can tell, but in the border, it's 1/2. And when I started doing the letters like that, I couldn't see them really good. So I changed it to 2/2 on the lettering, but I'm going to leave the border as 1/2. Didn't want to have to go back and redo all that. So that is my current WIP. I am a monogamous stitcher. If you're new to my channel, I only work on one at a time until it's done. So I do have 2 FFOs, and the first one is a Threads That Bind, and I'm not sure if I showed this on the last flosstube. This is Threads That Bind, 2 chicks on the lamb, and this is punch needle, and this is my full finish. Let me hold this back. So it is an old sifter. I remember using these. Put in the comments if you remember using them. And this one actually still works, but I've got pip berries in there. So this is my punch needle. And I just glued it on with some Aleene's tacky glue and then a little bit of hot glue just around the edges to make sure it stayed on there. Hot glue doesn't work very well on metal because it needs to be absorbed in. So that's why I used the Aleene's on it also. And then the pip berries I just put in. I just actually, for my haul, you'll see what I just got for pip berries. But that is my fully finished. And then I did put my label on the back. You can see that it's behind the handle, but I didn't want it to stand out on the front when it was displayed. So it is all the way in the back. So there again, and it is an old sifter. I got it in an antique store. So that is my first FFO. And my second is Country Rustic Primitives pattern. Now, the little bees on this, I didn't really like them. I showed this last time and it was just a finish, but not an FFO. I didn't like them, and I talked about my buttons and getting the buttons. I did find them in a place that I had already looked. And I had this horn book from when I was making them a few years ago. And it has a hole on it, which I just covered up with the star. And then I took hot glue and I squeezed it into that hole in the back because, you know, these stars are like 3-dimensional. They're not flat. So I wanted to make sure it stayed on there. And then the trim, this trim is actually from Dollar Tree. It's just like a burlap. And I took the button. That's the button I was looking for. I don't know where I got them from, but it is, I took brown shoe polish and wiped it on it to make it more prim. And then on the back, this is what it looks like. So it's not pretty on the back. I'm not sure if I should cut it maybe right here. I may do that and cut it right here so it doesn't go onto the back, but it's just a wooden board that just, and it sits up on its own because it's thick enough. And that is what I used to do during when COVID first started. I was making tons of horn books and selling tons of horn books and making really good money selling them on Etsy. Then I moved from Pennsylvania to here, and there's really nowhere for me to do them here. And 2 weeks after I moved here, I broke my wrist and then had 2 surgeries on it. So it was kind of out. I still have a box of scrap wood, but I don't know if I'll ever make any more unless it's maybe one for me because my saw is like at the bottom of the closet and stuff's piled up, which I did organize my closet since the last floss tube. So my next question is, I want to do this pattern and I've got my threads pulled for it. And as I was pulling my threads, I noticed this is not Forgotten Farm. I noticed that the flag is kind of orangey colors and it's not red. I don't like orange. And so I'm going to change the colors in this. And if my question is, if you have done this, please send me a picture, either email at priviesandprims@yahoo.com or contact me on Instagram at storeenbrannon.priviesandprims and send me a message and send me a picture of your finish, please, because I'm not sure if I should change the colors. So it calls for Adobe, which I decided, it's all, it's not, it's Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. So it calls for Adobe, and instead of Adobe, I was going to use Cognac, which is an orange. And then instead of apple cider, I was going to use Garnet because I already have these. So if I'm just still not sure because like there's no white stripes on that flag, not even a beige stripe. So if you have done this, please send me a picture and let me see like what it looks like in your finish. Sorry, I had to shut my door because the neighbor's outside talking and I have my screen door there so you could hear it. And I'm not sure if you could hear it, but I could hear it. Okay, so the needles, I had talked to you last floss tube about these needles. I did try them. I tried one and I didn't like it. I used it on the on this prairie cloth, which my DMC goes through these like smooth as butter. This needle did not. And I did only try one. Maybe I should have tried another one in the package, and I may do that. But it just kind of felt like I had to really push it through. It didn't go through smoothly. And I don't know what it would be like on linen, but this is so soft. And my DMC needles just go right through it smoothly. So I just tried this for like one thread and then went back to the DMC. So that is my review on those. Let me know if you have had the same experience. Rate it in the comments. I'm not going to go out and buy another brand. I know I asked what brand needles that you guys use, and I know that there were different ones, but I'm just going to stick with my DMC because I'm really happy with them. So I'm going to stick with those. Let me see what else I have to tell you about. I will get my haul. Let me show you my haul. Okay, so it's not really a cross stitch haul, and there's lots of crinkle, and I've heard that's a problem for people wearing headphones, and I'm so sorry. I think they all, except one, are in the plastic. So I ordered these from Factory Direct, and it was Mother's Day weekend, and they had free shipping for over $50, and I think it was 15% off of your order. So I ordered, just pull these up, my $50 worth. Look at all those gorgeous colors. So I have some Americana in there, which is what I really wanted. And I got the blue and I got some neutrals. But those, see those with the rusty stars on them. So this is what $50 worth looks like, minus the 15% coupon. And that is my only haul this week. And I can tell you, I have a collection of those things. I went to a craft show one time and they had kind of a little yard sale section, and somebody's mom had, I don't know if she had passed away or they just cleaned out her stash, but there was a bunch of them and they were really cheap. And so I bought a bunch, and I have like a plastic tub full. It's kind of like a file cabinet size, like a file cabinet drawer. It's not the real big plastic tubs, but it's a pretty good bit. But you know, this is what I use them for, things like this. So I have lots of pip berries in my home, and I shouldn't have to buy any for a while because I do have some Christmas ones in that stash there. So I want to do the giveaway from last week. The keyword was goats. And as a reminder, you must be a public subscriber. And so there was one person I contacted, and she said that she was a subscriber, but it wasn't public. So I could not, verify that she was a subscriber. And this is a thank you to those that subscribe. It's totally free. And I know from looking at the analytics that there are several that watch that. It may even be half of you that watch that aren't subscribed. And it's totally free. You just hit that little subscribe button down there. And then as long as your subscriptions are public, then you're eligible for all of my giveaways, which I usually do one every week. And so there is a video on my community page, and you'll have to scroll down to find it. It's not one of my videos, it's someone else, and it tells you how to change your settings to public. So please check on that. And also check your notification settings, because I know that some of you, I will reply to your message and I don't think you're seeing my reply, because you have to set your notifications to get an email notification when someone replies to your comment, and then you'll see my reply. So there were a couple that did not reply to me. Nanette Douglas, I am still waiting for an email from you. I need your address. I still have the white Aida cloth for you, but I need you to email your address, and that's from the past giveaway. So the winner of the goats pattern, which is the Plum Street sampler, the winner of that is, drumroll, Teresa. So Teresa, I do have your address. Just send me an email, verify that you see this, and I will get this out to you. So next week's giveaway, which actually probably won't be next week, I am leaving next Friday, and I'm going to be gone for 10 days camping. I'm going to Waynesville, North Carolina. Then I'll be near Franklin, North Carolina, and Dillard, Georgia. And then I'm going to Hiawassee, Georgia. So this is going to be a long trip for me. I'll be gone for 10 days, and I may do a video in that time, sometime next weekend or the week after. I'm not sure. But it may be 2 weeks before I get back to you. So plenty of time for people to comment on the giveaway. So the giveaway for this next time is by Blackbird Designs. And this is something that, a pattern that someone gifted to me. So I'm going to share this on with you. And this is 3 stockings for July, Blackbird Designs. And this is the giveaway. So let's use the word blackbird all in one word, which is how it is on here. Blackbird. So use blackbird in your comment if you are interested in winning this. And here's some more pictures of them. I was going to do the salt box one, but I don't know that I will ever do it. And I definitely won't get it done by July, because there's other patterns that I want to make that I already have the threads pulled for. So this is 3 stockings for July by Blackbird Designs, and it says Patriotic July. So definitely, if you're interested in that, use the word blackbird. And you must be 18, because I have to ask for your address, and in the USA because of shipping costs, so I don't ship out of the country, and a public subscriber, which is super important. So also, if you like this video, go right down there and hit that thumbs up and hit that like for me, because it helps me on the algorithm for YouTube to promote my channel out more. I think that is all I have for you today. I know my videos are short. It's because I don't have WIPs like everyone else. I don't have a lot of haul. I probably will next time, because I'll at least have a couple patterns. Maybe I'll find the drum that I'm looking forward to do for that challenge. So check out the thing about summer camp, and I will put the channel again right here, the name of it. And in the description down below is my link for my Facebook page and my Etsy shop. And then also my Instagram link is there. And I will link that video that talks about the summer camp. So I hope everybody has a wonderful time, a wonderful weekend, a holiday weekend coming up. Be safe. And I will see you on the next video, which will definitely be at the latest 2 weeks, but hopefully I'll get something out before then. So I'll see you guys. Bye.